Hello, welcome to another episode of The Consistent Creator. And in this episode, I want to talk about mastery or mastering a craft. I feel like, and since this is all a part of the Inheritance Plan series, is that as parents, you want to make sure that your kids have a craft and they master that craft. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean to be what you want them to do, but they need to learn how to master a craft or something that they're very passionate about it. We all know the typical cliche thing about, I want my son or daughter to be a doctor, a lawyer, an attorney, or engineer or something like that because it's stable. But whatever you choose, make sure you master your craft. As a father myself, my son, I want my son to master whatever he's very interested in. I don't want to try to push my son into something that I think that may be better for him. Whatever interest that he has, then I want him to pursue that interest. As I talked about in episode 1 of this series, is that I would prefer for him to be an entrepreneur, a business owner, or something where he can own a company and using his craft, and that way he can be fully compensated for his mastery. But yeah, master a craft. This is something that, like I said, as parents, we need to first set the example that, hey, look, we need to be great at something. We need to pick an industry and we need to master a craft. And then we need to teach that to the importance of our children that, hey, look, this is why you want to master a craft. Because we all know people that master a craft, they usually make more money and they're usually more happier in life because they mastered the craft. And I talked about this in my book, but I'll give you the 4 basic principles of mastery or how to master a craft. Principle number 1 is that you got to get knowledgeable. Everything starts with knowledge. You can't get nowhere without knowledge. You got to know something. So principle number 1 is knowledge. Go out and get you some. Knowledge really is the new money. Number 2, you got to continually learn. You can't just learn something once and then feel like, oh, well, that's going to be sufficient or that's going to carry throughout my life. No, you have to constantly be learning. This is something that all the successful and wealthy people understand. They constantly learning. They don't sit on their laurels. They don't just say, oh, well, I learned this and I can stop. That's why if you ask a lot of millionaires and billionaires, you be like, why are you still working? Why you still keep going? You got way more enough money to last you your whole lifetime and even maybe your kids' lifetime. And maybe 3rd, 4th, and 5th generation. Why? Because they understand mastery. Mastery is also something that's continuous. It's current. It's in motion. It's movement. And they understand the importance of continual learning. That's how they stay on top. That's how they keep their competitive advantage. Number 3, practice, which is something that I really love. A lot of people are not practicing. You have to practice. How can you be good at something or how can you be world class? Sorry, there's a plane. Back to it. How can you be really great or become a master of something if you don't practice it? And then you want to know why somebody else is outshining you because they practicing more than what you're doing. It doesn't matter. Whoever practices more wins. That's the bottom line. And then the last one is adaptability. You have to learn how to adapt. We live in an ever-changing world. You have to learn how to adapt. You can't be so stuck on, a certain way of doing things. It's like they always say, you want to be very rigid in your vision, but you want to be flexible in your approach. I'll say that one more time. When it comes to your vision, you fight for that. Don't change your vision, but you need to change your approach on how you reach your vision. So I hope you got value out of this. So remember, become a master and teach your kids on how to become a master as well. Thank you for watching this video. I look forward to seeing another one. Simmons out.